So a lot of you out there probably are active traders and are interested in learning how to trade. Now, as you trade, as you learn the basics of trading, you were probably wondering, like, what's the best way to measure myself and see, am I actually, assessing my trading needs? Am I actually making good, valuable profits? And a lot of you may probably just wait until it's tax season and you're just going to do your taxes and you look into your tax statement and say, oh, I've actually made $50,000 trading, or 50,000, whatever your currency is. And this is just a fixed number, but that would be your capital gains for the end of the year. But a lot of you would not know, is that the right time? Like, what was the right time that you bought the stock at? What's the right time to sell the stock at? Did you actually was supposed to make 200,000 and you ended up with 50,000, or were you supposed to make 25,000 and you ended up with 50,000? So those are the kind of questions that will come up in your assessment of your trades. So today I'm going to show you what is the best time frames and how you should be assessing your trades. Now, the minimum that you should be assessing your trades at is on an annual basis. So this is yearly trading assessments. And what that would do is it'll tell you, okay, for the year of 2022, you've ended up with, say, for example, I'm just giving you a fictitious number, say $50,000 of profit. And this could be any currency, but I'm just saying it's 50,000. The next shorter time frame that you should be evaluating yourself on is on a semi-annual basis. So you could say 6 months is another time frame that you could look at, and you'll say, okay, how much did I actually make in the 6 months? So maybe in 6 months you made 100,000, and over the year you've kind of ended up with 50,000. So whatever it is, you at least know, or this could be 20,000. Just giving you some numbers here, but that's how much you've made in 6 months. The next time frame that you should be looking at is not actually. I'm just going to take this out. So the next time frame you should be looking at is on a quarterly time frame. And why is quarterly so important is because every 4 months, like, there's a lot of changes happening. You should be aware of, like, okay, how have you performed? Like, what did you do well? What could you have done better? And that's another good reasonable time frame that you should be looking at it as well. The next is monthly. And monthly is extremely important. And the reason being that why I actually assess and analyze my trades monthly as well is that it would give you a picture of, like, okay, is this actually a green month? Like, how much did you end up with at the end of the month, and how much did you actually make? Was it like, 5,000? So some of the traders would often have goals that they would like to accomplish for that month. So if your goal was like 5,000, did you actually accomplish that 5,000? And that's one way you could identify that. The next time frame would be weekly. And weekly too is, it gives you a good boost if you are actually, having green weeks after green weeks after green weeks. So, your question would be, week 1, is it green? Week 2, and is it green? So you can kind of like get all, like, week 3, week 4, and if you don't have any trading software to, like, assess and analyze this, you could just do it in an Excel sheet. That's good enough. Or you could just overlay a calendar on top, and that would give you, like, just a summary of, like, how you're performing as well. Now, a lot of these trading journals or trading analytics softwares would do this for you for free. All you have to do is select the time frame. So you could select a weekly time frame there, you could select a quarterly time frame, and it will tell you exactly how much you made in the quarter, exactly how much you made in the week, and that makes it so simple for you. So that's another thing I could recommend, like, find a sweet time frame. Now, if you are a daily trader, you should not be looking at an annual, just the annual. So depending on where exactly you fit in this particular, your trading style, like do you trade like a few times a week, then like looking at the monthly would make sense for you. If you trade daily, then having a daily setup of your trading, like strategy or your trading style is important as well. And daily too, you could just do something very similar. So a lot of traders have a calendar, and this could be 1, 2, 3, 4. These are just the calendar days for the month. And what they will do is they will actually say, okay, this is a green day. They will actually mark this as green, and then this is a red day. They will like mark this as red, and you can even put in like the dollar values besides it, how much you've made, how much you've lost. There's also free softwares available that would give that to you. And what that would do is it'll actually tell you, okay, you're actually up this day, you were down this day, and it'll give you a picture of like how you're trending. Now keep in mind, no trader can have complete green days. Okay, so don't have that mindset that I need to have a green day. It's good to have, and it builds a lot of confidence in you, but expect a drought sometime or the other. It's never always positive green days. So keep that in mind. But it's good, like if you've actually had all successful green days in a row, some traders would actually have or strive to achieve like a month of green before they would do something else. So something else that I would often do is that I would say I would like to have 30 green days in a row. Really hard to achieve, but this is a good milestone to have. And if you achieve this, your next target could be increase your capital size to a high amount so that you could trade more, because you got so much of confidence by getting so many green days in a row. Your confidence goes up, and that's a really good morale booster for you. If you would like to trade higher volumes, you want to try a strategy that you're not so confident about. Another way you could do it is paper trade. And in your paper trading, make sure that you achieve say 30 days in a row, and then you go into actual real-time trading. So that could be another goal for you. So a different lifestyle, different goals based on your trading experience. You could try this out. Let me know how it goes. Has this been helpful for you? And I would always recommend at the end of every trading day, have a trading journal, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just an Excel sheet, like different columns here, and all the columns would say that this is your the trade that you made, your profit, P&L, profit or loss. The next could be what went well, so you can just call it positives or what went well, what you could improve on. And that's about it. So what went well, what you can improve on, and in that way. So say for example, your trade was you bought say Tesla, and at say 800 you sold it at you kind of like short sold it, you sold it at 750, and even if it's a positive too, so say I'm just saying you made a loss of 50 here in this case. What went well, I bought it at the right time, but I sold it like a little over where I should have not sold it at. And what could I improve on is my market timing. That could be a takeaway. So you have kind of like a register of this is my experience there. Something else that I recommend, I personally do it as well, is adding screenshots. Now you'll be like, why waste my time with these screenshots? But screenshots actually give you a timestamp of where exactly did you buy. This is say Tesla, you bought it, say you bought it right here. So this is like your buy, and then it kind of came down after that and you sold it here. So this is your sell. And this was your delta, between the two, your profit and loss. And what could you do better? You know exactly now what you could do better. And in that way, you've assessed, and you've got also a screenshot of this in your portraits of one of your mistakes that you've done. Now, the next time you do it, you know that, okay, this is where I should be buying it at, and probably selling it somewhere around here. So that's your sell target. So I hope this was helpful. Very simple. I'm sure every one of you are doing it, but if you're not, this is something you can adopt in your trading journaling approach, or your your recap of the market after you finish a trade. And it takes a lot of effort and habit. And like, habits is something that you should cultivate. It takes 21 days to build a habit. So I hope this is a habit that you could incorporate into your trading lifestyle too. So it's helped me personally, and I hope it helps you as well. And with that, I'll see you in another video very soon. With that, take care.